So in this video, we're going to be adding and subtracting rational expressions with different denominators by trying to find a common denominator like we did in the last video where we just used the numbers. But in this video, we're definitely going to have situations where we've got those variable expressions and the denominator now that we are to this level of algebra. So we are dealing with a situation where our different denominators have variables. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we're going to get that same denominator. Okay, so this was kind of a recap of the last video where we found that same denominator by looking for it as the least common factor. A lot of words for a bunch of nonsense. You're just trying to split this in equivalent compartments, and I discussed that in the previous video. We'll be doing the same thing with our different polynomials, only with the x. This is where parentheses in our expressions are going to become very useful. So let's continue, and let me show you how to tackle these. All right, so if I take a look at my expression, and I do encourage you to watch that video from last time, it really would help you understand what's going on abstractly, as I did discuss with the provided images. And this should make complete sense to you. You do it every day when you bake, if you bake, or however it is you compartmentalize. Anyway, enough said. What we need to do now is we need to look for that same denominator. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to keep in mind that we need these parentheses. Even if they don't have them, I'm going to encourage you to write it on your paper when you're solving a problem. Now, in that respect, in order to find that same common denominator, take the two pieces that do not agree with one another and multiply them together. That's it. That's what we have. So we're just multiplying that together, but don't actually multiply it quite yet. I like to keep my math broken up as I'm going through this, and I'll give you the pointers on what not to do and what to do in this situation. So you could factor this, no big deal, but we don't need to do that just yet. We just need to keep them together by invoking this property, and we have to make sure the denominator fits this. So we'll put big D here for our denominator. Okay. Now, what I'm going to need to do, and I'm going to go rather quickly in this video. Let's see here. We're going to do this. We need this to look like this. So in order to do that, just like in the last video, but with this time we're using variables, and this is why the parentheses really become of use. What you do here, you need to do at the top, as discussed last time. We do the same thing over here, so we multiply the other one on top and bottom. So if you haven't seen the last video, you're just trying to make sure you're changing something without changing it. I know. Empty everything that you've learned, right? It's almost counterintuitive, but no, because you are going to pick something extra up in the numerator, see, but you're not going to cancel when we finish, so don't do that. So now that we have the same common denominator, let's write it out as such. Now, when you're at this level, it's really important that you can definitely add these visually once you get the hang of it. And last time, it would be really easy to go ahead and what we were doing the last time, just add these as such. But if you're dealing with these kind of expressions, you probably want to put it over the same denominator. It's just a visual, guys. It doesn't matter because you're going to get the same thing over here when you calculate it. I can't stress that enough. And just to kind of go forward with that, we should be getting 2x plus 5, I think. I'm going to go ahead and do the math as you should do it, so you're not making any mistakes. So we need to get to that. I'm going to show you how to do that. If you can't already do it like that, which if you can, that's great. Just do it like this. But that being that it's the same denominator, all we need to do is put it over that same denominator. And you can now remove your parentheses and the numerator. Do not do that in the denominator. You cannot do that without factoring that, so don't do that. And this is going to be a very convenient way for you to add the numerator up. And that will be all for this one. So you're going to have, what is that? That's going to be 2x and then 5. And there we have it. We just summed up our numerator. And in order to do that, we need to define that same common denominator. Now you can go ahead and factor it if you want. No big deal if you want to simplify that now that we're done. Is that 2x plus 3x? So it's going to be 5x plus 6. Eureka. Coming! Let me coming! Come on, coming!